The journey of Jack O'Lantern and the magical Halloween night. Once upon a time, in a small village in faraway Ireland, there lived a man named Jack. People in town called him Stingy Jack because he was the stingiest man anyone had ever met. Jack lived all alone in a tiny stone house. He spent every day counting his coins, locking them up, and worrying that someone might steal them. He never shared, never smiled, and never helped a soul. On stormy nights, when the wind howled and the lamps flickered, Jack would sit by the window, feeling cold and lonely, but he would never admit it. One night, Jack met a strange visitor, a mischievous little demon named Malaki, who came up from the underworld just to play pranks on villagers. He liked making candles blow out, doors creak open, and children scream with surprise. But one night, Malachi got caught by a powerful wizard. The wizard trapped him in a magic circle and began to cast a spell to send him away forever. Jack happened to walk by and thought, if I help this demon, maybe he'll owe me something. So Jack used his clever tricks to break the circle and free Malachi. Grateful, the demon said, "Jack, you saved me. I owe you a favor. I promise when you die, I will never take your soul down to the underworld." Jack smirked and said, "Perfect. I'll never have to be afraid of you again." But even after that, Jack didn't change. He stayed greedy, selfish, and cold-hearted. Years passed, and one gray morning, Jack's time on Earth came to an end. When his spirit arrived at the gates of heaven, the angels shook their heads. "You spent your life thinking only of yourself. There's no kindness in your heart. You cannot come in." Sadly, Jack wandered to the gates of hell. Malachi appeared, looking guilty. "Jack, I made a promise. Cannot take you either." And so, poor Jack had nowhere to go. Not heaven, not hell, only the cold, dark space between. Seeing how lonely Jack looked, Malachi sighed and said, "I may be a demon, but I still keep my word. Take this, my friend." He carved out a bright orange pumpkin, placed a glowing coal from the underworld inside, and handed it to Jack.
"This light will guide you through the dark nights." From that day on, Jack roamed the earth with his pumpkin lantern, wandering between worlds. People began to call him Jack of the Lantern, or simply Jack O'Lantern. Years later, when autumn leaves turned orange and the nights grew long, villagers remembered Jack's story. To honor him, they carved faces into pumpkins, placed candles inside, and set them by their doors to light the way for lost souls. Children dressed up as ghosts, witches, and goblins, running from house to house shouting, "Trick or treat." If someone gave them candy, they'd laugh and say, "Thank you." But if not, they might play a tiny prank, tie a ribbon to the door, hide a shoe, or draw a funny face on the window. And that's how Halloween became a night of laughter, fun, and kindness, a night to share joy and candy with everyone. Halloween isn't just about costumes or spooky fun. It's a night to remember a simple truth. When you share, you shine brighter. When you help others, your light grows. And when you keep your promises, like Malaki did, you make the world a little kinder. They say that every Halloween night, Jack still wanders the earth, holding his glowing pumpkin, but he's no longer lonely. The light from millions of jack-o'-lanterns around the world keeps him company under the starry sky. So, if you see a smiling pumpkin glowing in the dark on October 31st, whisper softly, "Good night, Jack O'Lantern," and remember, kids, when you help someone, you light a pumpkin inside your heart.